Are we living in a simulation? The science behind the theory. What if everything you perceive, everything you feel, everything you believe to be real, is nothing more than lines of code in an impossibly complex computer program? It's a question that sounds like science fiction, but it's also a serious scientific theory. The simulation hypothesis isn't just fodder for late-night dorm room debates. Top physicists, philosophers, and even tech entrepreneurs are giving this mind-bending possibility serious consideration. In this video, we'll dive deep into the simulation hypothesis. We'll explore the science that supports it, the philosophical implications it raises, and the ultimate question of whether we can ever truly know if we're living in a simulated reality. We'll unpack the core arguments, examine potential evidence, and grapple with the profound questions this hypothesis forces us to confront. Get ready to question everything you think you know. And we want to hear from you. Share your thoughts in the comments below. Are you a believer, a skeptic? Let's explore this together. The modern formulation of the simulation hypothesis is largely attributed to Nick Bostrom, a philosopher at the University of Oxford. He presented a trilemma, a choice between three possibilities, one of which must be true. Bostrom argued that at least one of the following statements must be correct. First, that no civilization will ever reach a level of technological sophistication capable of creating realistic simulations of reality. Second, that civilizations that do reach this level of technological sophistication will choose not to create such simulations, perhaps due to ethical concerns, resource constraints, or simply a lack of interest. The third possibility, and the one that truly shakes our foundations, is that we are almost certainly living in a simulation. This is the core of the simulation hypothesis. The reasoning behind this third possibility is based on a simple, yet powerful, argument. If advanced civilizations are capable of creating realistic simulations, they could potentially create billions or even trillions of them. Each simulation could contain countless simulated minds, all experiencing their own realities. This means that the number of simulated minds would vastly outnumber the number of real, unsimulated minds in the universe. Therefore, statistically speaking, it's far more likely that we are among the simulated minds than one of the original, unsimulated minds. The sheer scale of potential simulations tips the odds dramatically. Let's explore some potential indicators, subtle clues that might suggest our reality isn't quite as fundamental as we believe. These aren't proof, but rather intriguing anomalies that warrant consideration. Consider the speed of light. It's a universal speed limit, an unbreakable barrier that nothing can surpass. Some argue this is analogous to the limitations of a game engine, a constraint imposed by the processing power of the simulator. Then there's quantum mechanics, a realm of physics that defies our everyday intuition. The act of observation seems to fundamentally alter the behavior of particles, almost as if they only exist when they're being rendered. The universe itself appears to be composed of discrete units, the smallest possible units of space and time, known as Planck units. This granularity resembles the pixels that make up an image on a screen. Mathematical constants, like the gravitational constant or the fine structure constant, appear to be perfectly fixed and unchanging. This could suggest a fundamental code, a set of rules that govern the simulation. It's crucial to emphasize that these signs don't definitively prove the simulation hypothesis. They are merely observations that align with what we might expect to see in a simulated reality. They raise questions, spark debate, and challenge our assumptions about the nature of the universe. If we are indeed living in a simulation, what are the implications? How does this knowledge, or even the suspicion of it, change our understanding of ourselves and the world around us? Even if our reality is artificial, our emotions, our goals, and our fears remain undeniably real to us. The experience of being conscious, of feeling joy, sorrow, and everything in between, is not diminished by its potential origin. What does it even mean to be real? Is something less valuable simply because it's artificial? A simulated sunset can be just as beautiful, a simulated love just as profound. The problem extends far beyond the realm of science. It delves into the very nature of existence, consciousness, and meaning. If our reality is a construct, who are we, and what is our purpose? These are not easy questions, and there are no easy answers, but grappling with them is essential if we are to truly understand the implications of the simulation hypothesis. The biggest challenge in exploring the simulation hypothesis is the difficulty of proving or disproving it. How can we detect a simulation that is sufficiently advanced to be indistinguishable from reality? Our simulators, if they exist, would likely be far more intelligent and technologically advanced than we are. They could easily fake tests, plant evidence to mislead us, or simply patch any glitches that might reveal the truth. Some have suggested that we might be able to detect subtle anomalies in the laws of physics, inconsistencies that betray the underlying code of the simulation. However, no such anomalies have been definitively found. Perhaps the simulators are simply too good, or perhaps we are looking in the wrong places. The search for evidence of a simulation is a daunting task, one that may ultimately be impossible. Even if we can never definitively prove or disprove the simulation hypothesis, the very act of discussing it is valuable. It forces us to confront the limits of our scientific understanding. It highlights the inherent fragility of our perception, reminding us that what we perceive as reality may be only a small sliver of a much larger, more complex picture. It emphasizes the power of belief and how our beliefs shape our experience of the world. If we believe we are living in a simulation, does that belief somehow alter our reality? Ultimately, the simulation hypothesis prompts us to ask deeper questions about the meaning of life, even if that life is artificial. What is our purpose? What is our responsibility? What does it mean to be human, or whatever we are, in a simulated world? These are questions that have plagued philosophers and theologians for centuries, and the simulation hypothesis offers a new and provocative lens through which to examine them. So what do you think? Are we living in a simulation? It's a question that has no easy answer, but one that deserves our attention and consideration. Let us know your thoughts in the comments below. Simply type yes if you think it's possible, or no if you're a skeptic. And be sure to explain your reasoning. We'll be reading and replying to the most thought-provoking answers. If you found this video interesting, please give it a like, subscribe to our channel for more mind-bending explorations, and share it with your friends. Let's continue this conversation and explore the boundaries of reality together.